the new health evidence is emerging from. But there are other pollutants. So there's the gases like nitrogen dioxide, which we know is also bad for our lungs.
So that's NO2.
That's NO2, and that's one which has really been blown out of all proportions because of the increase in diesel vehicle use in our cities. And then you did mention ozone. It's not produced primarily by doing anything. It's what we call a secondary pollutant. So some of the things that we get when we burn fossil fuels, they then react with the sunlight, UV radiation, and they produce this pollutant called ozone, which again is very, very powerful. And if we breathe ozone in, even at slightly increased levels, then it's going to irritate our lungs.
And this is ozone at ground level, because you may often think of ozone as being the thing in the upper atmosphere that's protecting the Earth from the sun's rays. This is down on the ground.
Absolutely. So it's not the stratospheric ozone layer which protects us, but it's the ozone at the breathing level.
That is not good news. And as well as Sarah, are some people more susceptible than others to the effects?
Yeah, definitely, in particular children. Solely because they can walk closer to the street level. Also for their anatomy and physiology, for their lungs. They are smaller and actually the impact on them can be worse. But also the elderly. I mean, the elderly are most of the time affected by several diseases. They are taking multiple medications. They suffer from chronic disease, not only respiratory, also heart disease, atherosclerosis, or Alzheimer's.
And Kofi, in sub-Saharan Africa, you've been looking at the impact in particular on pregnant women and young children. What have you found there?
So one of the things we've been doing in our group is to try and follow pregnant women throughout pregnancy. Assess their cooking fuel sources and look at the impact of the cooking fuel, the fuels that they use for cooking, on the pregnancy. And we find out decreased breast weight, there's increased risk of preterm birth, intrauterine rate, retarded growth. So a whole spectrum of adverse pregnancy outcomes is associated with cooking with wood and charcoal in sub-Saharan Africa.
And Frank, when it comes to lifespan, is it possible to say how much living in a polluted city, say, or living in a situation where you have indoor pollution because of a stove, is it possible to say how much that shortens life?
Yes, as long as you have a city which is large enough where the pollution is high to compare against another city of similar size where the pollution is low. And these comparative epidemiological studies have suggested that for a small increase in the concentration of these tiny particles, then the people in the higher pollution will live less. So it might be the order of some months. I think people up to, in the UK, we even estimated it might be up to 6 or 7 years.
6 or 7 years is a long time, isn't it?
It is. And that's what we knew about 10, 15 years ago, and that's now being repeated right across the world. But I think what's even more shocking is that it's the quality of life that these individuals may have before they die, because they will be suffering from some chronic disease or a range of chronic diseases. So their quality of life has been impacted by the air that they've been breathing maybe for the last 20, 30 years.
And this makes you wonder, when you're studying a topic like this, does it then make you think about where you're living yourself? Has it changed what you do?
It's inspired me, and it's inspired the people that work for me to try and do something about it. And so one of the things that we have here in London is we have the ability to be able to tell people where pollution is the worst. You know about the Clean Air app, which allows people to move about the city in a slightly better way than they would do.
Yeah, because you can look up on your phone and you can see which streets